Well, Jim and I can't even sit together. Look at, he's way over there. So I don't put the covers on these cushions, and we had a big rainstorm last night, and they're still wet. So no swinging for us today. Breakfast time. Well, good morning on a very chilly morning. Today is Tuesday, August 26th. It is, actual temperature is 63, but it feels like 59 with the wind chill. It's a little breezy, and it's only supposed to go up to 67 today. But I do intend on reading, but I'm going to read out here a little bit because it's a little sunnier out in front. But we have some birthdays today, because today is Shirley Gawne, Gawne, Shirley. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shirley. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Sharon Justice Castor. Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Sue Rainey, Ranney. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sue. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Susan Agul, Awgul. Susan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Susan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Astrid. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Astrid. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Carol Johnson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carol. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Alexis Cook. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alexis. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all 7 of you have a great birthday today. Boy, 7 birthdays today. 7. That's my lucky number. Probably because it's my birthday number. This looks sad, doesn't it? And you know the sad part about that? Those are artificial. They're not even real. And they're still looking sad. I usually change them out every year, but I guess I forgot this year. They saw the winter, and the spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer. I think I need to pull them out and put some new ones in there. My other one I did pull out because they were sad looking. And there's my wind chime, which I love. It's really a heavy one, so it doesn't, unless the wind is really whipping, you don't hear it. It was too cold for Jim. Not cold, cool. And cushions were wet from the rain. Yesterday they said there wasn't going to be any rain, so I thought, just on the chance that there was, because I told you yesterday I thought it looked like rain, and it did look like rain. So I put the covers back on the furniture, and sure enough, it rained. It came down. It really came down hard. It was really pouring. And we had watered our lawn, although we weren't supposed to because we have even odds, and somehow we got the days mixed up and watered our lawn yesterday. So we really got a good soaking with everything. And so I wasn't able to sit outside a lot yesterday because of the rain. And then Jim kind of annoyed me a little bit because he did something to his tablet, and he couldn't get into his email. He couldn't remember his password. And then it kept telling us to, like, I hate, to show that you're not a robot and to pick out, like, the bicycles in the window. And we kept doing that, and it wouldn't get through. And it was just, it was awful. So finally I went on my phone, and then the thing that annoyed me about Jim is because Jim doesn't know anything about any of that stuff, nothing. And so when I was trying to do that, he kept trying to, well, why are you doing that? Well, shouldn't you do this? And I said, finally I just closed it. And I said, do it yourself then. It's like, and so he said, no, that's okay. So then I decided I'm just going to open him up a new Gmail account. And that worked. So we were able to get him back into his tablet under his new Gmail. So I don't know he never uses his email anyhow. So then I put the email account onto mine. He had 1,300 unread messages. I said, you probably have no storage left in your phone, so I cleared it all out and then had him go in, and it was all cleared from there too. So he's not so I said, do you want me to just put your email account on my phone, and then every day I can clear out whatever you don't need to see? He says, I don't need to see anything, so I don't care. So I did put it on my phone, so I can check his email every day, see what's important and what's not. And then I think I told you about the other day we wanted to get a hot fudge cake from. I love Big's Boy. Ours is Elias Brother Big Boys. Sometimes they're Bob's Big Boys, but ours in Michigan is Elias Brothers, and they're slowly closing them all up. There's not that many left, and I was just really craving a hot fudge cake, and especially since I know in a couple of weeks I'm going to get back really firm on my diet. And I still, I had a 0.2 gain, but to me that's like in a maintenance mode yesterday. So when we were driving there, everybody was stopped, and Jim's still going 55 miles an hour. And I'm waiting, and finally I screamed. I did, oh my God. I thought and then he slammed on the brakes, our seatbelts locked, and then he started yelling at me. He says, I saw it. I said, you didn't see it? And he says, yes, I did. And I said, if you saw it, then he says, I was slowing down. I go, no, you weren't. I said, and if you were slowing down, why did you slam the brakes on and lock our seatbelts in place? Oh, so then I changed the subject because I didn't want to make something as joyous as having a hot fudge cake start off with having a fight in the car. And so then we got a little bit farther, and I went, and my obituary would say she was craving a hot fudge cake, but she was in a fiery crash on her way there. He says, aren't you funny? He says, I saw the car. And I said, no, you didn't. I really do believe Jim drives two different ways. I think when he's with me, he sightsees, if that makes sense. He just kind of like, he's always looking around because he knows I'm going to tell him that something's coming up. But I think that when he drives by himself, he pays more attention because he hasn't got a co-pilot. And I pride myself on being a good co-pilot. And he always says, I'm thankful we don't have brakes on your side of the car. We'd be going through the windshield every 5 minutes, which is probably true the way Jim drives sometimes. But then we got there, and it was just a young girl. And I said, oh, my gosh. I said, aren't you back in school yet? And she said, oh, I go back on Tuesday. I'm going to be a sophomore. I thought, well, you did look young. And so we had ordered the hot fudge cakes, and she come back. She was so apologetic. She says, we don't have any vanilla ice cream. And I went, oh, you don't have any ice cream? She said, well, we have chocolate. I said, I'll have it with chocolate. That's fine. Actually, I liked it better with the chocolate ice cream than with the vanilla ice cream. And then she put so much fudge on it. I couldn't even finish the fudge. And that is a rarity for me because I can always finish the fudge from a hot fudge cake. But I enjoyed every single bite. I planned for it for the day, so I was very diligent about what I ate during the day to make up for the calories that was going to be laden with that. But it was so worth it. It really was so worth it. It was so good. And then I called and talked to Samantha yesterday because Bertie's grandson is getting married and the shower is in a couple weeks. And so I said, if I have Jim drop me off at your house, you want to drive me? And she says, I can come pick you up. And I go, the shower is by your house. Why would you want to come all the way here to come all the way back? I said, well, else I can have Jim drop me off and you can bring me back to your house and he can pick me up at your house afterwards, one of the two. And she says, well, we'll talk about it when he gets closer. She said, we'll talk about it on your birthday. And I said, okay, we'll do that. Because it's the 13th is the shower. I still got to look to see. I think they're registered on Amazon. So I got to see what they have put on their thing. Christy's not going to be able to go because they already had another commitment, and Brooke has already had another commitment. And I know Brooke already sent the gift along. Excuse me, but I don't know if Christy did or not. I don't know if she wants to go in on one or just send her own. Excuse me, to check on that. And then what else is going on? It's actually, I wore a long sleeve shirt. I was going to wear my woolly mammoth, my moon mammoth shirt today, but my house is so cold because we had all the windows open last night when we went to sleep, and so I came out here, and Jim says, it's warmer out here than I thought. And I said, yeah, it was cold in the house. That's why I have a long sleeve shirt on. I still have shorts on, but I always thought that was so odd when I see people with long sleeve shirts with shorts. But sometimes I'm not ready to commit to the cold weather just yet. I'm like a half committed person. So, anyway, that's the way of my life. That really is. It's just different. Mary went and did her will today. Did her power of attorney and all that. She has a health power of attorney with Christy, but I think she wanted to update it for Don. And then I think my grandkids started back to school. Alyssa didn't sign up for college in time, so she's got to wait till the January classes. She got mixed up. In Michigan, you go the first year of community college for free. So it's not like she didn't have the money. It's just that she was just not eager enough, I guess, to go register for school. She says she wants to be a dental hygienist, but, I don't know about that either. Sophia wants to be a teacher. Oliver wants to do something with computers. I don't know what... Sebastian really hasn't said too much what he wants to do. So, anyway, we're going to sit out in front here for a little bit to read. I didn't have the soup yesterday. I only had I had the salad. It was a big salad for my lunch. And then for dinner, I just had some, those little Windschuler chips. They're like, they look like little tiny pieces of bread, but they're toasted and they're crunchy. I don't know, I'm sure everybody has them. They're like a party chip type of thing. And then I had salsa with it. Some, or picante sauce that I had bought for my Mixie Melts last week. And a glass of water. That was my dinner. Really wasn't that hungry. The salad really filled me up. The salad, I had my lettuce and tomato, and I had some avocado and some artichoke hearts, and cucumber, and strawberries and raspberries, some red onions, a couple croutons. I had an ounce of mozzarella cheese that I sliced up, cut up and put on there. And then I put a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese on top of it. I had 3 tablespoons, which I shouldn't have had, but I had 3 tablespoons of Caesar's dressing and a half a cup of cottage cheese. That was my brunch, lunch, dinner almost, really. But it was very good. But so we're going to sit out here and read. So let me share with you what we're reading now. Yes, we're going to read Field of Bones. I've got one more book after this. It's at the library. They've already got the notice that all the books are in. And I think I've got the 4 of the 6 books that I ordered of the Allie Reynolds series. So by the time I finish this book tomorrow, I'll go and pick up the other books, and we'll go from there. But this is 384 pages. Though she's still recovering from a series of tragedies, Joanna Brady's life has never been busier. Her older daughter is off to college. Her 5-year-old son is full of energy and boundless curiosity. And she's just given birth to a new daughter on the same night she won her 3rd election as Cochise County Sheriff in a squeaker of a race. In addition, her husband Butch is away on an exhausting book tour. When a teenager turns in a human skull found on the far side of the San Bernardino Valley, in the mountains between Arizona and New Mexico, it is the beginning of a multiple homicide case. I don't think I'd want to live in her little town. They got lots of murders. Kind of like Murder, She Wrote. I would never want to go anywhere that Angela went. Angela Lansbury went. Jessica Fletcher. Wherever Jessica Fletcher went, there was always a murder. Anyway, as much as she would rather stay home with her newborn and lose herself in the cold cases to be found in her father's long unread diaries, Joanna instead finds herself overseeing a complex investigation involving multiple jurisdictions and an FBI profiler. So we're going to read that. We'll probably read that out in front here because the carpet's all wet. I don't feel like taking the covers off the furniture. I know, lazy. So I got this book and one more, so I'll finish my goal of reading the whole Joanna Brady series in August. And then in September, my plan is to finish the Allie Reynolds series and then go from there. On September 30th is the next book of the Joanna Brady series coming out. So I'll probably get that. And then, I think that'll do it. I saw that Edie's got a video up. It was an hour and some 5-10 minutes. So later on this afternoon, when I'm eating my lunch, I'll sit in the house and watch that. And then I watched Joan's excellent adventure. It was yesterday. That was about 45 minutes. I watched that. And then I did watch, you know what I am watching now? I found it on YouTube. Well, Christy found it on YouTube. It was funny because Danny and I were talking, and he had seen a clip of Australia versus the World Survivor. And so I says, we're going to have to watch that. And then we looked it up, and it was like you have to have this special player, an IP3 player or something to see it. So we were really bummed. And so then the very next day, because Christy doesn't watch Survivor, but the very next day Christy said, Are you guys watching the Australia Survivor? And we're both, it was a text, a group text. And we both said, no, we can't get it because we don't have the thing. And she says, it's on YouTube. So it's on YouTube. So I watched the first episode. It was an hour and a half. I liked it. I really did. So I think there's only 14 contestants and it's only 16 days. So it's a fast-moving series. I think 3 or 4 of them have already dropped, but I only watched the first one yesterday. So I'll probably watch a couple more tonight because I really like that. So, okay, that's going to do it now. I'm going to do something about that and then get on with my day. So, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's try to get together again tomorrow. Hopefully we see each other.